Huber here, and I have a question for you today. What's more important, saving money or making more money? Think about it. Okay, well, that's kind of a trick question. The answer is both are correct. So let's talk about saving money. You know, the truth is most people live paycheck to paycheck, and they don't have the ability to have much of a savings. Most people are like $1,000 or less away from financial disaster. They really are. And so it's important that you save money. It's important that you budget and that you don't spend more than what you have. But it doesn't matter what your income level is. I know people who are ultra rich who still can't keep their spending under control. And if you can't keep your spending under control, you're going to be in trouble. But I know far more people who do budget and yet they still can't seem to make ends meet. I was stuck in that situation at one point where we had ultra budgeted and we got to the point where we'd finally been able to save a few $100s a month. And then I finally looked at myself in the mirror one day and I said, I don't like this. There's only one way for us to get ahead. Yes, we need to be smart on our spending, but let's find a way to make more money. So I had only two options. One, I could go get another job, and I'd actually tried that many times before, or I could work more hours, and that wasn't an option for me because I was salaried, and the more hours I worked, the more hours my company got from me for free. Or number two, I could be smarter about earning money and doing it a different way. So that's what the internet did for me. That's what a home business can do for you, is it can help you make the money to get ahead in your life. That's how Richard and I became debt-free and found the lifestyle that we're so enjoying now. You know, Jim Rohn once said, $1,000 a month isn't all that exciting and it doesn't look like much, but $1,000 a month on top of your regular income, that changes lives. So there's a couple of things that I would recommend if you want to try this path. I would recommend that you set a goal. When I first got started, I wanted to make $50 a day because $50 a day times 30 days, well, that was enough at the time to make my house payment. And I thought if I can make $50 a day and cover my house payment, that would make a world of difference in our budget. So I worked really hard to get to that point, and guess what? I got there. And I started making that $50 a day, and I didn't have to go find a second job and tie myself down for all those additional hours. I worked smarter on the internet. But here's something interesting that happened. When I started making $50 a day, all of a sudden making $100 a day became a lot easier. And then pretty soon making $200 a day became easier. And then pretty soon making $500 a day became easier. And then even making $1,000 a day became easier. And then having days when I might make $10,000 a day became easier and more obtainable more often. And it all started with that first goal of $50 a day. So think about that in your life. How are you ever going to get ahead in your life? Is it going to be by saving your money or by making more money? Think about that. Okay, this is Lynn Huber from lynnhuber.com. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me, and I hope you have a great day.